Now, I'm not exactly breaking news when I tell you this, but it's still true. Being able to shoot in basketball is a hell of a thing. I mean, look at Steph Curry and the way he changes games with some of the stupid shots he makes. And even if you're not like Curry or Klay Thompson where you can just make anything you want, you could be someone like JJ Redick who still has huge value for his team. But we're not going to be focusing on them, and we're going to see Rajon Rondo footage because it makes sense. We're going to be focusing on some guys who really need to learn how to shoot, because Rondo was kind of the poster child for this for quite a while, but he was actually okay from 3 this season, and he's over 30 at this point, so he's not going to be in the list. But here are the top 5 guys who really need to learn how to shoot. Number 5, Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics, who's entering his 3rd NBA season. The moment Marcus entered the NBA, he could defend. He has been a headache for a lot of ball handlers in this league, but that being said, he had one of the worst three-point shooting seasons ever, as he shot 25%, but he also attempted over 250 threes, so he took a lot of them, and they were pretty much all bricks. And if he stops bricking them, it could open up the rest of his game a lot more and allow him to drive to the basket more often, which he's physically capable of doing, but as of right now, he's just a non-factor when he's standing out on the perimeter. And now that it's his 3rd season, he's going to have a lot of offensive responsibility for the Celtics. Hopefully he comes through. Number 4, Michael Carter-Williams, who right now is on the Milwaukee Bucks, but he did win Rookie of the Year for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he showed a nice ability of driving inside, beating guys off the dribble, and because of his height, it was a physical advantage for him on both sides of the floor against a lot of point guards. He also showed to be a nice playmaker as well, but the recipe to stop MCW, just leave him open. Just go under the screen and you got him beat, because this guy has never even scratched 30% from the three-point line, so... Now, as we know, he's now in Milwaukee, and he'll be on the bench watching, ironically enough, a guy who also can't shoot, but he's really good, so it doesn't matter, in Giannis at the point guard position. And if I can be honest, I don't really like his outlook with the Milwaukee Bucks moving forward. Number 3, Ricky Rubio, who is one of the best playmakers in the NBA, consistently around 7 or 8 assists per game, and when Ricky's in the game, the T-Wolves are definitely better, and if you're on his team or the other team, you better be ready for the ball to just be flying everywhere. It might hit you in the face if you're not ready, but unfortunately, the closest he's ever come to a respectful shooting season was his rookie year, and it's really easy to defend Rubio in the half court when you know he's not a threat to score. Especially now that Chris Dunn might be the new point guard for the T-Wolves, and it might not take long. I don't know if Rubio is going to be on this team for too much longer, but if that outside shot can progress, it'd be great, because then you could pair him up with Towns and Wiggins and give them the real playmaker they need, or he might be somewhere else. Number 2, Michael KiddGilchrist, who, unlike the rest of these guys, hasn't even shown a pulse from the three-point line. He takes like 7 threes a year. You can just leave him on an island and you're fine. And when he does manage to shoot it, you learn quickly that that jumper is really ugly. He's got a weird hitch in there. It's a lot of adjustment that needs to be fixed up. But if MKG can turn into a legit shooter, and he was actually alright this season before he got injured, watch out rest of the NBA, because he's one of the best defensive players in the league today. With his height and his lateral quickness, he can defend multiple positions. He can run up and down the floor like a crazy person. Not only that, he's pretty damn efficient. Even though the majority of his scoring comes from inside, he's pretty crafty. He knows how to get open, and if you could combine that ability with a quality outside jumper, and the defense was actually forced to pay attention to him out there, it could really open his game up and make him one hell of a player. And now, number 1, Derrick Rose. As we know, D. Rose at one time was an athletic freak and one of the best players in the league. Several lower body injuries later, he's not the same player, but he did still show flashes this season of the old Derrick Rose, able to drive inside and score at the rim. But there was a lot of inconsistencies as well. When the old D. Rose would pull off something crazy, this one just can't do it. And it's from inside and outside, where he shot 29% from 3, and given that his athleticism has dipped, it would make D. Rose's day a lot better if he could hit a three-pointer. Now, we can say, about the last month and a half of the season, he shot around 35% from out there, so that's a good sign. But if he really wants to make an impact on the Knicks, I think it would be in his best interest to at least be someone the defense has to care about from out there. I think it would make him better. I think it would make the New York Knicks better. And there you go. 5 dudes who need to learn to shoot.